If you're a video editor, then you're probably tired of the tedious VFX process that takes countless of hours, especially when you're working on projects that have a tight deadline. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt the same about 3 months ago. And that's why I created my own plugin that helps you save a lot of time but also stay creative, since that's one of my main goals. And I've actually created 2 versions of this plugin so everyone can use it, one that requires Sapphire and one that doesn't require Sapphire. But let's hop right into After Effects and I'll show you how it works. So I'm in After Effects right now, and what I have right here is a couple of clips from this EBK music video, and I didn't really cut it up. I just imported the music video, right clicked on it, and then selected scene auto detection, and then it cut it up by itself. And that tool is only available on After Effects 2023 and up. But now that I have all of my clips imported and ready to work on, all I'll do is open up the VFX kit, and I have the default version, which doesn't require Sapphire or any paid plugins. This is what it looks like. And then I also have the VFX kit add-on version, which requires Sapphire. So that's honestly the main difference. As you can tell, the effects look pretty much the same. Look at this subtle vertical shake, and this is the subtle vertical shake in the VFX kit with Sapphire. Honestly, really hard to tell them apart, but I'll mainly be using the default version in this tutorial, since I've basically just recreated every single effect in the add-on version, so they're actually really similar. So if I open up the shakes tab, I can start it off with a shake, and I think I want to go for something like this distort wiggle. So I'll just click on it and it's applied to my scene just like that. And my PC is pretty slow, so I'll be changing the resolution to 3rd, and just like that right here we have this kind of shake. And like I said, no third-party plugins required. Then I'll be creating an adjustment layer, and to this adjustment layer I'll be creating some type of hit. So I'll go out of the shakes tab, open up the hits tab, and then we have the search bar. So I'll just search up a zoom hit, and we have these 3 zoom hits, and of course we have a bunch of other hits in here. Like, we don't just have 3 effects. So right after applying it, I just gotta select all of the keyframes, because of course you want them to be lined up correctly. And then I just gotta select motion blur, and then we can play it through. And just like that, we have a smooth hit that adds a little bit of energy to the scene. And then here for the second scene, I'll create a new adjustment layer and then cut it here at the start, and I'll add in a zoom out, just because they go really well with the zoom hits. And just apply motion blur, and that's it. So this is what we got right now. That's smooth. And then I'll go for something like one of the grunge effects to add onto the scene, just so we can spice it up a little bit. Oh shit, I haven't even went through all of the tabs. We have, of course, the roto effects, then we have the shakes, transitions, grunge, hits, speed ramps, and CRT. And I'll try to use some effects from every single tab, just so you can actually see the value in this plugin. But now I'll open up the grunge tab, and I'll go for something dark, like this black and white looks is a sick one. That looks a little bit scary actually. I actually won't go for that one. I just felt like it didn't fit my scene too well. So instead, I think I'll go for something like the skipping frames or the jitter frames. I think the jitter frames is a little bit better for this scene. So I'll apply like a few frames into my scene, like right here, and just make sure that my keyframes are lined up correctly, and they are. I think I'll move these keyframes just all the way out here like that, and then we can have like some kind of flash or a blur as a transition in between these 2 scenes. So I'll create a new adjustment layer, put it on top of the other scene, and right here I'll go for, we can actually go for like the whoa transition. So I'll open up the transitions tab, and we can go for this one right here. And this is what it looks like. It's a really sick one. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that. And then for this scene right here, we can do, I'm not sure. I think I'll probably just throw on something like a grunge look, but one of the kind of cleaner ones. So like the grunge screen, and I'll go here to the start, apply it, and then, so this is what we got now. That's clean. It's not too much, but you can still see that we have this kind of grunge vibe on this clip. So this next scene, I think I'll go for something like the trippy optics shake. Just apply it and turn on motion blur, and that's it. That's clean, but my clip is a little bit too short for that, so I think I'll remove that and instead go for something that's a little bit shorter, like this optical shake instead. And I'll play it through and see what it looks like. That's a lot better, but I can actually drag it in like right here, so it ends a little bit quicker. And that's it for that shake. And then I'll go for something like a flash transition in between here, just a quick one, so we can spice it up a little bit. And then I'll jump more into some different type of effects. And I think I'll just go for this quick bounce right here, apply it, and line up the key. It's actually perfectly lined up, so I don't need to do anything else except for creating a new adjustment layer, putting it beneath, And to this one, I'll be applying the quick bounce part 2, because this effect has 2 parts. It has the part 1 and part 2, so I'll apply motion blur as well, and that's it. That's a clean effect. And we could also like add in a zoom out right here. So I'll open up the shakes tab, and I'll go for something like this subtle vertical shake. Where the fuck is it? Right here. And it has a tiny zoom out as well, so it will be smooth just like that. And I actually really want to add this one effect on right here, so I'll cut it, remove all of the effects from this clip, and I'll apply this one. It's in the transitions tab and it's called flash. I've seen a lot of people go crazy with this one. I'll just apply it, and then I'll line up the keyframes so the flash hits right here and then slows down, and then I'll actually make this clip longer because I want it to stay for a little bit. So I'll drag it out to like right here, and then I'll make this clip a lot longer like that. And I'll remove the opacity effect, the transform effect, of course, just like that, so I can get the low opacity, and I'll turn down the minimax a little bit, or just drag it out to something like that. Instead of having the opacity, I'll just apply like a levels and keyframe it from the start here, and then towards the end it should get a lot darker. That's literally the only tweak that I've done to any of these effects since I started recording this tutorial. And maybe we can also add on like an added grain, because it will just fit the scene a lot, just like that. So we have this kind of grainy look. Yeah, I'll drag it up to 1.5, and that's about it for this effect. It's a really sick one, as you can tell. So I'll play it all through and you'll see how sick it is. Yes sir, just like that. And we have the watch glowing. Looks so sick. And then we can do like a zoom out here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do a flash with blur and kind of mix it with, I'll do this vertical one and I'll mix it with this shake. So I'll open up the shakes tab and this will look crazy. I'll go for the distort wiggle and mix those two, and hopefully it looks good. It looks great. Only thing I want to add on to this is just a transform effect to create a zoom out. Oh, it actually has a transform effect. I'm slow. I just gotta make the zoom out a little bit heavier and mess with the graph editor like this, just to match the clip a little bit, because I feel like that just spices everything up. Sick effect. Huge fan of that one. And I don't think I've shown anything from the speed ramps tab, so I think it's time to do that. So for this part right here, I'll be cutting the clip. I also got to organize my shit a little bit better, so I'll remove all of the adjustment layers from there. And what I'll do is I'll drag this clip out to like 1 second or something like that, and I'll open up the speed ramps tab and I'll go for something like the match cut ramp or the grunge sped up. So I'll just apply a new adjustment layer and apply the grunge sped up, and then like right here the grunge sped up effect should hit, like right there. You'll be seeing it soon. It's going to speed up everything and have this kind of flashback effect. You can tell it's insane. And this is what it turned out like. Sick effect, maybe a little bit too long, so I'll cut it like right here around a second, and then just drag this one in, and I'll actually end it with this clip. And to that one, I'll show off the CRT effects. Even though it might not fit, in my opinion, we have all of these CRT effects. We have this blood look, which looks like this. It's this kind of TV look, as you can tell, and we just gotta change the quality because it's really low right now. Meh, not really fit into this scene. Fuck that, I'm not going for any CRT. So instead, I'll go for this kind of black and white looks in the grunge tab. Hell yeah, that's insane. And then we can end it off with nothing. Fuck that, we're done. This is the final edit using just the VFX kit and no paid plugins at all. And if you want to grab it, I'll leave a link to the description. A sale going on, so if you grab the VFX kit and then another product, you'll be getting another pack for completely free, because I do have packs for Premiere Pro and things like overlay packs and stuff like that. So things that aren't really included in the VFX kit you can also grab, so you can actually level up your edits and lock in. But if you just need the VFX kit, you can grab it as well. And if you don't need it at all, then just don't grab it. But I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching if you watched this far. If you didn't, thank you anyway, and I'll see you in the next one.